In this video, we'll explain how to do the user management for the LogCos. I'm logged in as Katanga Loco, just for demonstration. In order to access the menu of the user management, we go to Configuration, and here we see the usual tabs. Additionally, there is the User tab. By clicking on it, we come to this screen. Here in this screen, there is an overview of all the projects of the mission, all the locations, the users, and their rights. So taking for example the Bukama project, we see that we have the log admin, and this log admin has writing rights for log management supply and cold chain, and reading rights for biomet, writing rights for transport, communication, watson, and applied security management. This is the same for the rest of the project. If we want to modify this person's rights, we click on him, then we are directed to the Bukama Logs personal page. On top there's an explanation of what we need to be careful about. So the username needs to be the same as the name that the people log in their laptops every morning, not the mail address. The reason for that is that there is a restriction on MSF computers from the Windows that are installed on them on the length of the username. So the only way for people to access is to make sure that in the LRS the users have the same username they use every morning to log in their laptops. As an authentication method, we use the OCA regular password, and that will allow the LRS to look at the database of OCA and confirm that the password that this person is using to log in the LRS is actually the correct password. Below we select the group, and this user group structure has to do with clubbing user rights. In the background of LRS, we have around 30 user groups, and all of them have different user rights. So you see here we have a FINCO user group, we have a fleet manager user group, a head of mission user group, etc. If your log admin is a pretty standard, let's say, profile of log admin, then you don't need to assign his rights one by one, but you just assign him in the group, so he gets the default user rights. If you want to see what are these user rights, you just have to click on the link below, and this will lead you at the help page, where here you have an overview of all the user groups and their user rights per area. So in this case, we have our log admin is here, and he has the default rights that he has are these in this line here. That doesn't mean that you cannot change this person's user right afterwards. Okay, so here on this table you have the areas of reporting and drop-down list, and here most of them say inherit, which means that they get the default rights of the user group. If you want to change it, you can also do it manually by selecting the option here, or selecting that this person should have no access to log management for whatever reason you think. And this can be done for all areas. In the menu project site, you have the options to assign one person to a specific project or to give access to the whole mission. So by selecting the mission level, we see that this person now gets the default rights, so the same user rights of the log admin user group for all locations. You can still change it. So if, for example, you don't want to give him access to this Katanga Eru project, you go here and you select and you change the option for each area to none. And I'll do that for the sake of the example now, and I will show you what will happen in the overview. So I change this person user rights, I save the user, and then I go to my overview, and you can see here that our friend the Bukama log admin now got access to the mission level with the same user rights. Here the Bukama log admin, he was there before, and we blocked him from the log management. For Katanga coordination, the Bukama log admin got the same user rights, the default user rights. And for Katanga Eru, the last column of his user profile, we block him from all access. So this person, the Bukama log admin, can now see Katanga coordination, default user rights, Bukama coordination apart from log management, and the mission level default user rights. If we want to change him back to what he was, we go here, we assign him to his project, the Bukama, and then we see here that his user rights remain the same. If I want to give him again access to write to the log management of Bukama, I save it, and then you see that this person now has disappeared from the mission, but in the Bukama project he can again write. So this is how we can modify and manage the users in our mission. One important note here: the users that you see here are not the only users that have access. For example, here you don't see any head of mission or Finco profile. That doesn't mean that the Finco or the head of mission do not have access. They do have access through the authentication and password of OCA. And by default, they get assigned to the respective user group. So a head of mission will be assigned by default to the head of mission user group. If you want to have a full overview of all your users, then slowly you need to create them. I will show right now how to do that. You can create a new user by clicking on this button, Add User. In the name, we will put the username, and again, it's the username that people use to log in their computers. The OCA regular password is what we use. We assign this person in the user group head of mission, and she or he is at mission level. So we see here this person has access to all the projects, and he inherits the default user rights from the user group. By saving, we see that now the head of mission has appeared here, and he or she has reading rights only to the mission level, has reading rights to project and to all project levels, as you can see. We can modify the head of mission user rights again the same way we demonstrated before. One explanation about the password. We saw here that in the method for the authentication we have two options: the OCA regular password that is assigned through IAM, and we have a password. That is the option that we can use for any account does not have an OCA email. For example, we use that for Afghanistan, where we want OCB accounts to have access to our LRT. If you click on it, then you need to enter a password manually and then send this password to this person. This password is not connected to the OCA servers, so this has to be managed separately. But it allows you to give access to your LRS to any external user. I would advise against it, but if there is a need, the option is still there. So that is the whole user management. It's quite simple. There's some explanation here on the top, and you can use it now according to the needs of your mission. You can tailor it as much as required. Thank you.